Okay, so it is Bank Holiday Sunday. Sam and I are in another village hotel. We ended up booking into a village in Manchester. This is the Ashton one, is it? Sam's making a very loud noise right now. Ashton?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the Ashton one. We've got a Nando's across the road, which is perfect. I am going to absolutely smash Sam at some bowling later on as well. We're going completely old school with this date. But yeah, so we are heading to the gym right now. The village hotel, like spa and whatever facilities are closing at 8, so we're going to go hit a quick leg workout and then we're going to head to the pool. I have a little bikini that I got that I haven't shown you all yet. So I picked up a little bikini in Superdry. It was actually in the sale, and we're going to go for a swim, get a spa, and then we're going to eat lots of food. And we got a big ass TV with Sky, so we're going to watch a movie later, aren't we? What's going on, guys, and welcome back to this video. I haven't done a commentary in a very long time, so I'm just going to commentate over the top of my leg workout from when Sam and I were having a little relaxing weekend away in Manchester. So as far as hotel gym goes, this was pretty decent, and I started off by warming up on the cable leg press. This was the only one they'd got, and I basically just did some leg press, some single leg press, and also some calf press. I really like this machine as far as cables go. I do prefer the plate loaded ones, but I prefer where you're able to push away rather than pushing the plate. Don't ask me why, but I just find it a much smoother movement. So I used that as my warm up, and then I moved on to Smith machine squats. So there was only one squat rack in that gym, and I mean, it's a hotel gym, we didn't really expect much different. So we jumped on the Smith machine to start with. I've got 40 kilograms on there. I was doing some sumo squats, some more wide leg. You can see here when watching back the video that my knees were buckling quite a bit. I trained legs a couple of days back when we were in Glasgow, so I was pretty tired, and it really annoys me that. But just to put it out there to anyone that watches the channel that maybe hasn't watched the channel for very long or is new, I have hypermobility, so a lot of the movement patterns you may see may be slightly different to how you need to perform them. My knees, my shoulders, they all dislocate, so I do tend to opt for a high bar position, very high compared to a lot of people, but that's just a natural way for my kind of shoulders to sit with the bar. So here I've got 40 kilograms on the bar, which is pretty light for me, but I did 3 sets of squats and then moved on to some box squats. I've not done box squats before with a plyo box. The plyo boxes tend to be a lot softer, so I found that I was like bouncing as such from the bottom of the movement, but I tried as we went along. Sam pointed out that I was bouncing, so I tried to add an extra pause. I don't know if you can hear all those sirens. This is what it's like to live in a city. But yeah, I tried to add an extra pause, as you can see there, and really just fire up my glutes and my quads to explode out of the bottom of the movement. I really like this, and I think it's a really good exercise to include, especially if you don't do box squats often. And it will help to improve your overall squat, because it'll help you to just, at that bottom of the movement, when you're going heavier and you feel like you can't get up out of that rep, it'll help you to kind of train yourself to press through your heels, absolutely explode up from the movement. So I definitely think I'm going to include these more, but it was a good variation to add into a hotel gym when obviously the equipment was pretty limited. So yeah, then we moved on to leg press. So back on the cable leg press, as I said, there wasn't a plate loaded, and foot position wise, I vary my foot position depending on A, what muscle I want to hit, and B, what the equipment that I'm on is. So the general leg press that I use is a 45-degree angle plate loaded, and for that I tend to have a bit of a wider stance. As you can see here, it's a little bit narrower. So basically it's just about finding what's comfortable for you, what hits the muscles that you are wanting to target on the equipment that you are at that time. So then I moved on to calf press. So they didn't actually have a calf press machine, which is a hotel gym. We didn't expect it to have one anyway. And then I finished off with leg extension, and I'm so glad that I have got myself some Nike Pros, because I absolutely love seeing the contraction that I get when I do leg extension, and I find it just really pushes me harder. My legs have always been kind of one of my strong points. I have a natural quad sweep, quite a lot of muscle there. However, I do hold my fat there as well. So I don't know if you could see there, I actually do have cellulite across the across the bottom / side of my quad, so I kind of hold fat in the most side, over the top of my hamstrings and under my glutes. So just wanted to point that out because a lot of people ask. And then I just finished off with some foam rolling. Literally, foam rolling is something that is the bane of my life, and I recommend it to all my clients, but I don't do it enough myself. So I started off foam rolling my quads, as you can see there, and I like to get into my hip flexor as well because my hip flexors tend to be quite tight. I've spoken about this before. I have an anterior tilt from overtraining my quads and not training my hamstrings when I first got into lifting, so I do have to foam roll my hip flexors quite a lot. Here you can see me getting into my glutes. Your glutes are one of the biggest muscles in your body, so make sure you are hitting all aspects of it. IT band is another one that I find that gets really tight in mine, but again, it's very painful, as you can see from my face, the grimacing face. Then I go into hamstrings. I like to kind of turn as I'm doing this because your hamstrings, again, there's 3 muscles and they are quite spread out across your legs, so getting them from all angles is the best way to go. Calves. Then I did the calves. The calves are super tight for me. They always have been. They're an absolute pain when I get them massaged. And when I find a tight spot, I like to just isolate it and sit and hold on that pain point until it releases. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one.